You guys, I'm so sorry. Totally had this plan to be completely on time and then got to my stop and I was like, oh, I'm going to run right in here and get this done and completely forgot. I made a plan to leave my house. I could get there by 10 o'clock. I'll do my live before I go in. I had to come across town to get my husband something for Christmas and got here, made a beeline in, purchased, got in the car and I was like, oh, I forgot to do my live. So today we're going to quickly talk about how to get people to opt into your groups. This is really important because you want people to opt in to the group and be looking for the information so that they'll set notifications to on and so that they'll go and look for what you have. So you want them to be looking and going to your group to look around to see what you're doing. You don't want your group posts to have to be pushed into their feed all the time. So if you're inviting them and they're not seeing the invite, or if they're hopping in, for any other reason except for they want to know what you're doing in there, it's not going to work out right. And you're not going to have the algorithm you need. You're not going to have the activity and the energy that you need to keep that group going. So the first thing, and we talked about this last week, is make sure the name of your group is something they need to know. So, and I've said this probably the third time this month, I also had my group name be something that nobody would probably be interested in except for people who knew me and my customers. So if you want strangers opting into your group, when your group starts to be suggested by Facebook, you need it to have the name of a solution. So I changed my group name from Living Young with Jennifer Marie, which I don't sell Living Young oils, but I do live young. I'm all about aging backward and having gorgeous skin at 50 and that kind of stuff. But nobody really knew what that was if they came across it in a suggested group. So think about if your group was suggested at the top of the page when people were scrolling around looking at groups. Would they want to jump in based on the name of the group? So this is the most important thing. And I love all the cutesy groups that are like part of your brand or part of your business or with your name. That's all great, except for if a stranger wouldn't see your group and want to jump in, you're not doing yourself any favors. So consider changing the name. I would suggest doing a poll in your group, asking them to name it. Let ChatGPT come up with some names. Have ChatGPT say, give me 10 versions of a group name for a Facebook group that has to do with this, this, and this, and make it 75 characters or less. So you want to use as many characters as you have. You have 75, use them all. Now my group's name is What Women Want, Age-Proof Skin, and Hormone Solutions. So now I am banking off of, and I named it What Women Want because there's a really, really active group in my area that I've opted out of because there was just some drama in there and I didn't like the kind of connections I was making. But it's called What Women Want, and a lot of people will go and search that. So hers is going to come up and mine's going to come up, but mine's going to go further and talk about it's specifically what women want, age-proof skin and hormone solutions, which that is basically my target audience. So you can't really pinpoint the title of your group if you don't know who your target market is. If your perfect prospect is not in your head, then you don't know what to name your group to attract her. So go back to the very first month that we did this back in August and learn how to get your perfect prospect. All of my trainings are under guides, and we've been doing trainings twice a week since August. So there's a ton of stuff in there. Everything you need to know to attract your perfect prospect, how to figure out who it is, how to attract them. Make sure you know who your perfect prospect is, and then write a group name that's going to attract her where she's like, I got to get in there. I need to know what she's doing. That's one way, the group name. Another way is when you are doing your sales or when you're casually posting about this kind of stuff on your main page. And if you're not posting about your business on your main page, you need to start. You need to tag your group. So make sure you go into, you can do this easier on the computer, but you go into settings, you go into like description or name. It's like right underneath there, like where you're going to rename your group. And you're going to go to URL and make sure the URL is the name of your group. Make sure it says the full name of your group, not facebook.com 8764567 blah blah blah, and then you're going to tag your group in any of your posts. So when I make a post, I tag the group related to that post, and you tag it just like you would a person. So you're going to do the @ you start typing the name of your group, hit enter, and it is a blue link directly to your group. They click that link to find out more, and then they opt in from there. So you need to say, see all the deets here, or going live here, or doing a giveaway here. You can't really say giveaway. Doing a free and then the little bee emoji here. So that is how you want to get them to opt in. So if you're handling some products, if you're shipping from home, like I like to do like really great little bundles around the holidays, and so I'll ship them from my house. I'll say shipping updates are located here, and they'll have to opt into my group to get shipping updates. They'll have to opt into my group to find out when a product's going to launch. They'll have to opt into my group to see all the results pictures. I'll put some down below, but more are here, more info here. Find out more here, live demos here. Make sure that you are pushing the people from your page into that group because they want to know more. You can also do drawings and giveaways and things like that, but let it be that they opt into the group in order to see if they were the winner. So I will do sometimes on the weekends, I'll do I love to play this game called Guess the Box, where I have this giant box of like products. It doesn't even have to be mine. I have everybody guess how many's in the box, and then they have to join my group in order to see if they're the winner. Everybody gets put in a drawing, and then I do a live drawing for everybody who guessed. The person who guessed correctly gets a prize, and then I draw for another free prize. And then there's a third way that you can get another free full-size product, and so they have to jump in my group to see if they're the winner. So I'll say, hey, I put everybody in the pile. I'm going to do another drawing for another giveaway. Hop in here if you want to see if you're the winner. And if they don't hop in and they're the winner, then they don't get the prize and I draw another one, or I just don't give one away. So I get a lot of people to opt in that way. But make sure you are hitting the pain points of your perfect prospect. This starts with that perfect prospect, you guys. If you haven't done the detailed work to drill down to who your perfect prospect is for like your 5 top products, and one of the products needs to be your business opportunity. So maybe you have your business opportunity and you have like your best seller, your highest margin seller, so the thing that people want the most, and then maybe 2 of the other ones that you know are going to attract your perfect prospect. You need to make sure that you have a prospect completely outlined for each one of those, because they're not always the same. So the person who wants my microcurrent device so they don't have to do Botox anymore is not going to be the same as somebody who just wants a tube of whitening toothpaste. And maybe either one of them may not be the same as my perfect prospect for my business. So my perfect prospect for my business is somebody like me. I was in a direct sales company. I was struggling. I was not making the money that I wanted to make. I was spending more than I was making, and I wanted to create a business online with my Facebook page. That's my perfect prospect. That's me. And she doesn't even have to buy a product from me. She just needs to be in a direct sales company, not making the money that she wants, not getting the mentoring that she wants, and spending more than she's making. And that person I can help because I've already helped myself. So that is my perfect prospect for my business, which is totally different than somebody who just doesn't want to do Botox anymore, but they're happy with their skincare, but they just really want this microcurrent device that we have. And then there's a third person who's just looking for whitening toothpaste, doesn't have a whole lot of money to spend, and may or may not even be interested in doing a little bit of sales on social media. So you need to know who your perfect prospect is so you can name your group correctly, and then you can put posts up that are curiously related to their pain points. So go back to that perfect prospect activity that I did in August and go through the whole activity. You need to be saying, what are her pain points? What's keeping her up at night? What is she struggling with? Where is she on social media? What is she like? Where is she? Is she following this page or that page? Is she in these kind of groups or this kind of groups? Like, where is she? What does she do? What is she worried about that your products could solve? And then you talk about those pain points on your main page, and you link your page, you tag your page, your group in those posts. Like, if you want to know more, hop over here. And that's how you get people opting in. I usually get between 3 and 30 people a day opting into my group. I do not invite people to my group anymore. Very rarely I'll invite people. I invite people to this group because it's usually that they've invited me to their group without having a conversation, and I'll say, hey, you might want to hop over here. I have some really good information for you. And then I have them opt into this one as well. So I still do send invites to people personally with a message. Hey, thanks for the invite to your group. I'd love to have your support here as well. And then I'll send a link to my group. So you can also do that. So have people opting into your page. The more complete strangers that you get opting into your page, the higher up in the algorithm. And then once you hit between, it's like 500 or 800 people in your group. I'm really not sure what the number is. There's a magic place somewhere in there. Facebook will start recommending your group when it sees that people are looking for your group and opting in themselves, that you are not sending an invite, but they are going and they are opting into the group. That is when Facebook starts suggesting your group to other people based on what you have in there and what you're talking about and the things that they like. So make sure that you're really talking about things that people want to see, not just necessarily sales, but solutions. Some of the solutions you sell, some of the solutions you don't sell. I talk about my curly hair routine all the time. I don't sell all the parts of my curly hair routine. I sell the part that keeps your hair from thinning, but I don't sell, the other creams and serums and things that I use, and I don't sell the technique. So I talk about like my curly girl routine is going to be over here, and they hop over to see a live about my curly girl routine, and then, oh, I have a couple products you can buy, but then all the rest of these are not even related to, my company. And then that's where you can put affiliate links and things like that. If you are affiliates with other companies or Amazon or things like that, you can put your affiliate links there. So make sure you're solving a pain point for your perfect prospect. If you don't know who your perfect prospect is and what her pain points are, you have to start there, or none of this is going to work. So I hope that helps. Drop below if you would like me to look at your group and give you a suggestion. I'm happy to do that. I'm actually starting to dig a lot deeper into groups and how they run. Facebook is still prioritizing groups, you guys. So make sure you're spending a lot of time in your groups. 80% of all of your sales should be coming from your groups if you're doing it right. So this is the 20% of the people who have raised their hand and said they like what you have and they want to see more, and you need to be spending your time there and making sure you give them what they want. Ask them, say, what are you struggling with the most? And have them put a list, and they'll tell you what they want to see. I have that pinned and featured so that people can see exactly what. And if you are not part of Nu Skin, you are welcome to join my groups. I do not let other Nu Skin reps join my groups for obvious reasons. But if you are not a part of Nu Skin and you want to hop into my group and have a look around about how I run my group in there, you are more than welcome. And if you are part of Nu Skin, I'm so sorry, but I just hop back in here and get all the information so that you know how to create a really great group for yourself. Hope you get all your Christmas shopping done. That's what I'm doing right now. Bye, y'all.